Hey guys, welcome to IQ Chess. Hope you're having a fantastic day and welcome to a brand new game analysis. This is a series on my channel where I go through some good games and some bad games I played as a learning opportunity and to provide you some content. So, a quick word before we move on. I have a brand new microphone, so I hope my audio quality is a bit more clear and concise. And second thing, I'm trying and experimenting with new backgrounds. So recently I was using a wooden panel on the back. Before that we had a brownish background which was pretty dull. So here we are using this metallic background. So you can let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below. So yeah, with that being said, let's begin. F4, G6, knight to F3, bishop to G7, E3 and D6. So this is the birds opening. I'm playing the birds. And my opponent is playing this really advanced way of playing the birds. Basically, traditionally how black responds is black plays the move of D5, C5, gets a knight out to C6. This knight comes out to F6, bishop out, E6 and plays for a closed game. However, this setup by black is aiming for an immediate e4, e5 push. I'm sorry. So, if you have not watched my videos, you might not know, but I do remember that in this position, the best move is d4. Just simply claiming my center. I'm not gonna let black play the move of e5 right away. Black has to work for it in the way of knight bd7 and then trying to play for e5 later on. So, here we have knight to f6 from the opponent. I played knight to d2 for knight bd2, simply uh, controlling the e4 square later on because one demerit of playing the move of d4 is that it leaves the e4 square undefended and black can actually put a knight over here and maybe even play a d5 and then this knight is basically standing there for a long time. So I don't want that to happen. So I immediately lay my claim by playing knight to d2. Here we have double O from the opponent. H3, I don't want black to come out to the g4 square and target my e3 pawn. So I'm preemptively preventing anything from going here. And also later down the line, the move of h3 will facilitate a g4 push, which will kickstart my attack. Here we have bishop to d7 from the opponent. Not a great move, but not a bad move. Either simple developing move. Here we have bishop to d3. Once again, just developing the bishop in traditional stonewall style. Here we have a6 from the opponent. Now, at this point, the best thing to do would be to simply play c3 and castle or engine recommends the move of knight to e4, just trading down, trading the pieces. However, seeing that black is very passive, you can see that black has zero control over the center. Like black is not fighting for any squares in my territory, and they have such a poor coordination, in my opinion. So immediately, instead of playing the move of c3, I went for c4. Now this is an inaccuracy according to the engine because of some a really subtle reason. See here, the move of c3 would be much better because I'm staying solid. If you're wondering why is c4 bad, it's because later down the line, the move of c5 becomes very strong. Let me show you how. Here we have c5 indeed from the opponent. The opponent is very strong. He's rated 1778, so a very strong player. So I should not underestimate him. So this move is good for a couple of reasons. One, if I take the pawn, now my pawns are just islands. What? There's no point in this. My center is very broken, and black will indeed take back and enjoy advantage. So if we just ignore the pawn and castles here, black will take back. I have taken this way, and once again my pawns are damaged. They are not together anymore. And if I play the best move, which is d5, just lodging the pawn forward, now suddenly this bishop is active. So this subtle reason is why exactly I should not have played the move of c4, but nevertheless I did. So here we are in this position with knight to h5 on the board. This is an oversight. My opponent, what should he should just wait, play e6, exploit my overextension in the center of the board, maybe try to trade the pawns, and then and only then mobilize the knight, open the bishop. However, the way my opponent did it here, this gives me some chances to attack him right away. But before that, I could have just played the move of g5, so g4, which is the best move indeed. But I just castled. Again, engine says it's an inaccuracy because I am much better playing the move of g4. I didn't want to go just out all in. I just wanted to first ensure I'm safe, so I castled. And only after that, my opponent played the move of b5. Again, this move is a decent idea. The whole point is he's threatening, he's attacking this way. And once this pawn falls, this pawn is a bit weak in the center of the board. But nevertheless, this pawn is very well defended. So I played the move of king to h2. Now, one another mistake. This is the only mistake in my play the entire game. I didn't want to just play g4 and no. I just want to wait for a while. I was a bit worried about the move of knight to g3. The engine is like just doesn't matter what he plays, just move the rook and you are winning right away. But I just played king to h2, just waiting for a response. Here my opponent played the move of e5, a big mistake, a massive mistake. But the thing is, if you try to flex on pawn here and take it this way, you lose almost because you lose all advantage because black just takes back and black has active bishop. My pawns are just spread apart and very weak. Black kept the rook on the e file and mowed me down. My e3 pawn is very weak. So instead, I just played the move of g4, attacking the knight. And here, for some reason, my opponent just played the move of e takes on f4, just giving up a knight, but for 2 pawns. From here on is the start of my brilliancy. I don't mean like brilliant sacrifices and amazing attack, but I played almost picture perfect top engine move from here on. Here first, I played the move of knight to e4. No, not the best, but still, I'm keeping everything solid. I'm attacking you here. Black played queen to e7. Black should just wait, first clarify the center, and then and only then black should be playing moves such as queen to e7 or rook to e8. However, after queen to e7, I grab this pawn. And here, there's black plays the move of f5. This looks scary. This looks scary because one, my knight is hanging, it's under attack, and if I move my knight anywhere, this bishop will fall. So, however, if you look at the eval bar on your side, it's saying +5. Why is that? Try to pause the video and find the only move that keeps any advantage on the board. Everything else either goes to 0-0 or is losing for white. There is only one move here which black obviously missed, which is the reason they played the move of queen to e7 and f5. If you found it, congratulations, the move is bishop to g5. A very good and well-timed counter-attack. The point is, this pawn is hanging. If the queen goes back, attack for the pawn. Queen can't come up or come here. It's just all covered. So what did my opponent do? My opponent played the best move, which is bishop to e5. Here I went for king to g2, just stepping away. Admittedly, king to h1 is better, but I don't really care. So we have king to g2. My opponent played queen to g7. Once again, the best move. No, the best move I think is queen to f7. But yeah, doesn't matter. And then here we have knight takes on e5. Simply, I'm just writing it down. And d takes on e5. A very big inaccuracy. Why is that the case? What should black have done here? Black should have just at least clarified here or taken with the queen. The reason this move is bad, here once again try to pause the video and find the only move for me which basically blows black off the board. So yeah, the move is h6. This point, black's best move is the most depressing move in the world, and that is queen to h8. In this position, black's best move is to put the queen on the corner of the board, boxed in with king. Of course, black didn't do that, and black went to the f7 square. But this gives me an opportunity to trap the queen, and that begins with the move knight to d6. This queen is just trapped. Can you believe it? This queen has no squares to go to. All of the squares are covered by my pieces. My bishop laser beams this way, my pawns covers this squares, and the square is covered by the pawn, and knight is attacking the queen. So yeah, the queen is helpless. Here my opponent goes for e4, counter-attacking my bishop. I didn't want to take and just give up a bishop, so I just went here because I can stay calm, I can be patient. There is no attack here. This queen is dead. There is no squares for the queen to go. So opponent had to give up the queen. He took with the pawn. Here we have knight takes f7 check. Sorry, knight takes f7, rook takes f7, and bishop takes on c4. At which point, realizing the plethora of threats over here, such as d6 with discard attack, and d6 queen to d5 threatening a mate, and force over here, black resigned. As you can see, I had an estimated performance elo of 2200, and after I corrected the few subtle inaccuracies, my accuracy was 92.9, 93% basically. So yeah, a very good game from my side. I played almost all the plans of the opening and executed them very well. So that's for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, please show your support by subscribing to this channel. Do like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it to your friends if you think it's worth it. I will see you guys soon. Till then, stay tuned. Have a great day.